Most of us who were sent away to boarding school at a young age know that there are consequences to that, not necessarily good ones. Some people remember their time at boarding school as a good time, some as a okay time, some as pretty rough, and for some it was appallingly traumatic. For me it was somewhere in the middle. I was bullied badly over a number of years. I really didn't fit in. I was a noisy, arty, creative, untidy, rebellious, intellectual little boy, and that didn't sit too well with the rugby playing Christian ethos of the school, where my father was also a teacher, which didn't help. But even if you had a good time, the thing about being sent away to boarding school is, at a certain age, for me it was 8, you lose your home. You are expelled from your home. You lose the family. You lose your sense of belonging. You are exiled. You move from a place where you ought to feel safe to a place where you are continually in the presence of potential threat. And that has real consequences. Many of us, as we go through life, haven't talked about those consequences, partly because it sounds like moaning for being privileged, but certainly as I get older, I don't think it was much of a privilege to be thrown out of my family at the age of 8, however well-intentioned my parents were, and they were. It was not much of a privilege. Some of us go into therapy to deal with that. Some of us just battle on. Many of us feel the consequences of being disconnected, perhaps emotionally a little cold, perhaps anxious, manifests in different ways in different people. Some people like me have been through some therapeutic journeys, but now I don't really want to be in therapy. I want other ways of reconciling and moving forward. My colleague Sorrel and I have created a program called Journey to Belonging. Sorrel also is a boarding school survivor. It's a flexible program because we're all different, but it's a flexible program based on firm foundations. As the name says, it is about helping all of us back towards a sense of truly belonging in our families, in our bodies, in our communities. If you choose to follow the Journey to Belonging process, you might choose to work with me, or you might choose to work with Sorrel, or you might choose to work with both of us, or perhaps there's a small group of you and you'll put together a little group and work with me or Sorrel or both of us. As I say, flexible, because we're all different. But if you think that you are ready to put down some of the baggage that you've been carrying since that day, decades ago perhaps, when you were expelled from your family, if you're ready to do that, then get in touch. Let's have a chat, no obligation. We'll just have a talk and see whether Sorrel or I can guide you on your journey back to belonging.